G'day guys, welcome to another video. Today we're finally on the South Island of New Zealand. So yeah, find ourselves right now on the Haast Pass. A bit of a random spot to start off. Before I came to New Zealand, I was actually going through all the topographic maps quite thoroughly, trying to find places that are sort of off the radar of all the tourists. There's many places on there, plenty like waterfalls and potential viewpoints and things, and little hiking trails you just can't find on Google. Today, we're starting off at one of them. It's just off the side of the road. It's not signposted. I've never seen any photos of it. I don't even know if there was a waterfall here. But I've just parked up, and as soon as I got out of the car, I can hear water running, which is always a good sign if you're looking for a waterfall. The idiot me though, I left my boots back at my accommodation, so literally all I have is my trusty Crocs and socks. Anyway, I think I'm gonna have to do, I suppose, put them in sport mode. Oh well. Yeah, so I won't be doing anything too adventurous today. Won't be going on any rocks that look a little bit questionable or anything like that. But yeah, I might have to be prepared for some damp socks at some point. So yeah, we'll anyway, chuck the bag on and go for a little bit of a stroll. It doesn't sound like it's too far into the trees. I can't see anything from where I am, but let's go have a look. Oh, are you kidding me? Wow. What? It's going to be dicey getting down here in Crocs. Looks a little bit slippery, but we should be very careful, I suppose. So I managed to get down to the water's edge, very, very easy going, trying to make sure I keep my footing. Those rocks are like ice. So I think that footage I showed you, I think it makes a pretty good composition, so I might set up my tripod and try and get a shot here. So I'll shoot a few frames like this, and then I might go for a different orientation, go for the portrait with the get a bit more of the foreground. Pretty stoked with that. You know, I've still got a few stops to make today, but you know, I could go home happy. You know, there's something special about coming out to a place that, you know, where you don't even know what you're going to find. You find something that incredible. Yeah, it's just a normal waterfall, but when you're not expecting it, it's pretty special. So yeah, very happy, and yeah, we'll have a bit of something to eat. I think the other stops will be a bit more touristy. Again, like I said, didn't bring my boots out with me today, so I can't get too adventurous. But yeah, good start anyway. So just on the way now to Roaring Billy Falls, quite a popular place on the Haast Pass. So I'm sure there'll be a few other people here. Yeah, we're going to have a look. I'm not overly excited about it. As I've said a few times, don't... Ooh, we slipped over. Good old Crocs. Yeah, not overly excited because, yeah, the really touristy places don't really do a lot for me, because I know everyone's been there, everyone's photographed it, but yeah, we'll go have a look anyway. certainly lives up to its name. You could hear the roaring from quite a while away. So, roaring Billy Falls doing its thing. It's kind of what I expected though, to be honest. It's spectacular, don't get me wrong. But as a photographer, you always want to try and get close, try and utilise something in the foreground just to help out, put the image together a bit better. When it's just up on top of the cliff face, it's very, very difficult to photograph and do it justice. So I'm just walking around the shoreline a little bit at the moment, just trying to find the best angle to try and get a couple shots. I don't think I have anything spectacular, but yeah, I'll fire a few frames and then I'll put those up for you to have a look at anyway. So as I said, I didn't expect to get anything too great from here. It's just hard when you can't get close to the falls. I could walk across these shallow falls and get another 30, 35 metres closer, but it's not really going to make a massive difference. In hindsight, I probably should have brought my big kahuna with me, the 100 to 400, so I could have zoomed right in. Because the very top sectional falls, there's those two most, spit it out. The two main steps at the very top, they look quite spectacular. If you could zoom in on that section, it could have been a pretty nice image. Still, I don't think it would have been anything great though, so anyway. So I'm here at the next stop, Thunder Creek Falls. Quite a difficult waterfall to shoot, especially with the sun being where it is. But trying to make it work as best I can. I think I've got a nice composition, so yeah, fire a couple shots and I'll put those up for you. I'll keep this quick because there's a lot of people around here, and as I said before, I don't like talking to the camera in front of people. I think those shots came out okay. It's not the ideal conditions. It's the middle of the afternoon, the sun's out, it's blue skies today. Usually waterfalls, you want to have a bit of an overcast day. Because when the sun's out, you get that get this high contrast between the shadows and the sunlight, which are very, very hard to navigate when you're trying to expose the image, and also just the final result. Once you actually edit the image itself, you're having to play around with the highlights and the shadows a bit more than what you would like to try to even it out a bit. But I hope you like the images anyway. I did the best I could. So anyway, we'll move on to the next spot. There's potentially two more spots I'll go to. The first one's Fantail Falls, again another touristy place, but I might as well check it out. I'm here, right? So I might as well do it. So yeah, I'll show you when I get there. And there is a second one, which is another potential waterfall that's not on Google. Another one that I found on the Topo maps. It's a spot that's down a creek, so the creek itself is signposted, but I think not many, if any, people would actually know there's a waterfall down that creek. I am concerned because on the drive in, I went past it. I'm not 100% sure, but I think when I went past that creek, there looked like there was a bit of construction and things going on. So potentially there's been some damage. There was some pretty big storm that came through here just last week. which is still fixing up, and that area looked like they were doing some work. So yeah, I'll find out when we get there. So yeah, anyway, definitely photograph one more spot. The second spot, it's a bit iffy, so anyway. So I've arrived at Fantail Falls, but yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful waterfall, but I don't think I'm going to bother trying to photograph it. It's not going to be any better than any other waterfalls that I've photographed so far, and I just don't think I can really... I'll get a shot. Why not? Bugger it. So I'm just trying to... There's no foreground to really work with. Maybe trying to frame it somehow. Maybe using these ferns. You come down low. So I continued to walk around the foreshore a little bit, but unfortunately I couldn't really put an image together. It was just really, really hard to try to tie in anything in the foreground with the waterfall in the distance. There was just too much separation, and even in the areas where there was a bit of a opening, it was still just too chaotic to really, really put together a compelling image. So unfortunately, I gave up on this spot. It's just one of those locations that it's just very hard to photograph. It's nice to go and visit, but unfortunately, that was it. Some places it's just hard. Anyway, potentially that's the last spot. As I said, there may be one more, so we'll see if we can do something with this next stop. Just don't get your hopes up. But yeah, we'll drive past and see if we can quickly park up and assess the situation. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll have a look. Well, I mean, it's a cool little spot. I can't see any way to get in there though. That's the only negative thing. Even if I did, I can't really see how I would photograph it. And it's amazing how like lush and green everything is literally on the side of a highway. That's just it's one of those amazing things about New Zealand. It's also sad too that, you know, it just makes you wonder what this place would have looked like before we decided to cut highways and roads through all this beautiful landscape. I don't mean, you know, there's nothing against the New Zealanders. Every country does it. It's just a shame, I think. But saying that, you wouldn't be able to get out and witness these things without those highways, would you? Unless you want to go bush bashing for days and days and days to get out into the wilderness. So I guess it makes it accessible, but just, yeah, at the same time, like I said, also makes it sad that we cut highways through beautiful places like this. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't get one last photograph, but at least you got to see it anyway. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll leave it there. Yeah, some beautiful spots along this Haast Pass. If you're ever in the area, it's definitely worth the drive and give yourself plenty of time to see all the spots. I will spend more time out here on another day. Hopefully next time I will bring my boots with me. and that might give me a bit more access to go explore a little bit further. Yeah, there's definitely a few spots which I've left off the agenda for today, but yeah, got plenty of time to explore those and plenty of other places. Next video, I think might be a hike into the Mount Aspiring National Park. I think that's tomorrow. I think I was planning on doing that. It's all up in the air though, it all depends on the weather, so we'll get back home, have a look at the weather forecast, and yeah, so either I'll be hiking out there or could be somewhere else, who knows. But yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.